here's one of the unfortunate things that happens when you earn this amount of money in a year, right? The government says, you want to earn that much money? We're going to take a cut. By the way, why do they do that? Like, what's it called? Tax. Okay. Why do they tax you?
Things like government funding, like school, that's why you...
Good. So anything that you and I get to use for free, right? The government has to pay for somehow. So things like, say, school, roads, all those types of things you don't pay for, like, you know, oh, I had to drive, so I paid fuel, but I didn't pay for the road, right? So that has to come from tax. So how do you work out how much tax you're going to pay?
The more you earn, the more you have to pay.
Right, so there's a scale, and for convenience, I have loaded it up. If you've got the internet, you can go ahead and you can look for 2014 tax rates. The reason you should look for 2014 is because if I scroll down, you'll see every year they modify the tax rates just a little bit, okay? So I've got, here we go, the 2014, 2015 tax rates right here, okay? Now, let's just have a look at this one scenario, okay? We earned, in this year, just a bit over 30K, okay? So if we're earning $30,028.80, which of these tax brackets do I fit in? Yeah, good, this one here, okay? So if you're earning under 18,200, you don't have to pay any tax, but as soon as you're earning $1 over that, you're in this bracket, okay? You've looked at tax brackets before, right? So let me just write this piece of information down, because it's gonna be important for us. If we're in here, right, from $18,201 to $37,000, okay? If our income lies between here, which it does at the moment, how much tax do we have to pay? And it says 19 cents for each dollar over that amount. 19 cents, okay, for each $1 over 18,200. Okay, so we're going to take this idea and we're going to translate it. I've written it here so that now we can cross over and we can work this out. So, how are we going to do this? I'm going to suggest we do this piece by piece. Okay. So first, I want to work out this part. Right? How many dollars have we earned over 18,200? Okay, good. So there's some subtraction happening, right? Now you could get your calculator out and do the subtraction, but come on, we've got this in a spreadsheet, right? So if I say instead of tax payable, right, income over 18,000. Oops, sorry. 18,200, okay? Instead of using a calculator to do this, this thing is a calculator, right? So I should say equals what? How much is over this amount, right? Well, you're going to start with this, right? That's how much you're actually earning. And to work out how much more than 18,200 this is, I should subtract, right? Pretty sure I heard Haseeb say before. Okay, so subtraction, 18,200. Bam, there you go. Okay. So that's how many dollars are going to have this rule applied to them, right? The first $18,200, tax-free, okay? But then we've earned an extra $11,828.80 above that. So that's going to get taxed, right? So therefore, our tax payable is going to be, right, 19 cents out of every one of those dollars. How am I going to calculate that? There is going to be a multiplication. For every one of these dollars, I'm going to multiply by, now every time I get one of those dollars, they're going to take out 19 cents, right? So 19 cents out of every dollar, 19 cents out of, how many cents in a dollar? 100, right? 100 cents, right? So that's 19%, right? Get it? Percent, okay? So therefore, as a decimal, because this thing is better to write in decimals, right? This will be 0.19. That's 19% as a decimal. Make sense? So I'm going to multiply by 0.19. So that's how much you're actually going to have to pay the government for that amount of income that you're earning. Okay. So how much is left? How much is left? Does anyone know what it's called after taking tax out and you get left with an amount after that? So it's if you've ever seen on like packaging, right? They'll say, here's a can of peaches, okay, and it's 850 grams net weight, okay? So this is a net income, right? It's not including the tax that's been taken out, okay? So how do I work out what's left? Yeah, again, subtraction. Here's how much you earned, and then they're going to take their cut. That's how much tax you have to remove, right? Total income minus the tax. That's payable. Hit enter, that's what's left, okay? What's the opposite of net income? Do you know what's the opposite? When you have the whole thing, starts with a G.
Gross income.
It's gross, right? So actually a better name for total income would be gross income. Okay? It is gross. Okay, there you go. Done.